Hey folks, this is Vint with Dan's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Masterplan Tycoon. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about $10. It is 40% off for the next week until April 29th, 2024. So if you like what you see here, you can get the game for a lot cheaper. There is a demo as well, so if you want to try it before you buy it, you can totally do that. Masterplan Tycoon is an interesting little game. There's a guided mode and a key events mode. One holds your hand, the other one doesn't. And then there's a classic mode or classic map where it's just the same static map every single time you play it, or you can have one generated for you. There's no difficulty levels that I've seen. It's just you're given the option to either be guided or not, or play on the classic map or not. That's it. You don't get to pick difficulties, like you get extra resources if it's on an easier mode, or less resources if it's on a harder mode, and so on. So what is this game all about? Well, based on what I've seen and what I've played so far, and I've been playing it for a couple of hours now, Masterplan Tycoon is Flowchart the game, albeit a fairly simplistic one. And I'll go as far as to say, if you're used to playing games like Anno, where it matters where you place things and how far things are from other things, you may be somewhat disappointed with this, only because you're used to managing a whole lot more. In this game, storage is storage is shared. So if I'm producing, say, stone or fish or water on the left side of the island, and I put it into storage nearby, I can then put a storage on the right side of the island, and then out of that comes the water and the stone and the fish that I produced on the left. So resources teleport across all of your storage. So just again, some hardcore people may look at that and go, well, that's just that's not realistic, you know what I mean? But again, Anno does that too. I mean, I'm just saying. So the general gameplay flow of this is this. You've got a master map, I guess it is. It's called the master. And on this master, it's a huge island. And you're going to be producing resources on it. You're going to be, producing this, and that goes into this. And then from there, this goes into this. And eventually, you'll come across what are called missions. These missions might be, called steel mission or limestone mission. And missions are like a separate map that you're teleporting resources to and from other maps. So for example, you've got your master, like I said, you're producing all this stuff there. And then let's say you're tasked with going to the steel mission. The steel mission wants one or two resources tied into it, or shoveled into it. And then when you teleport to this new steel mission, you have to sort of recreate everything that you just did on the master sheet so that you can produce steel on that map and then teleport that steel back to your master. So these missions serve as, this particular resource cannot be produced on your master, but it can be produced on this other map, which now you have to make it over there and then teleport it back to your master again. That's the general gameplay flow of this. There is a research tree, albeit a pretty small one. Assuming you've got the resources in your storage on your master, research is only done on your master sheet. You'll be able to research things like charcoal kilns, and you can increase the speed of which this resources travel from one node to another, that kind of thing. But you can freely move between these different missions or maps, whatever you want to call them, these blueprints, and see where your chains are doing well, where they're failing. The buildings that the plans, I should say, that you put down, like the well and the fisheries and stuff, they require resources. So there is a resource management to this game, but primarily you're waiting for stuff to be done, and that's typically it. You're putting down stuff as much as you can until you realize, I need to wait for more planks. So you just hit fast forward, you wait. Oh, I've got enough planks. I'll go ahead and build this building now. And then you throw it into a storage or into the building that it wants, and off you go. On occasion, you'll have to go, why isn't this building, why is there a little cog on this, or why is there a little alert on this building? Oh, it needs fish and it needs water in order to work, and I forgot to create, a fishery or a well, and then connect that to storage so that my citizens, or they're invisible, by the way, your people are invisible, and there's really no population to worry about. Like, there's no like workers or anything like that, like in Anno. It's just, you've got invisible people. You've always got enough invisible people to do the jobs. There's no management there. But again, primarily it's just, feeding one line into another like box. It just, from one box to another box, one box to another box, or three boxes into this one box, and so on, so on, so on, until you do that enough to complete everything that there is. I personally like this game. It's super chill. It's a much faster version of Anno. Like, I like Anno. I played a lot, but there are days where I'm like, ugh, I just can't get into it right now because it's just so much. Because my current, if I have 10, 15 hours in an Anno playthrough, you know how many buildings there are and how many things you're doing and how many resources you have to manage. And then you've got, I have to, there's the new land over there, so I got to manage. In this game, it's like, well, it's easier to get into. So, like, if you're in the mood for like a lighter version of Anno, then you may enjoy this. Just be warned that there's a lot of line drawing in this, and if you want to move things around, it can be a little difficult to do because those lines, they get interrupted very easily. If you drag a box and it intersects another line, you won't know it until until you realize, oh, I'm not producing this anymore. Oh, that line is now red. I didn't see that before. That's because I cut off the production route and I have to reshape everything. So moving things around after the fact can be a little frustrating. But all in all, it's 40% off right now. At least download the demo and give it a try. I'm enjoying it. Well, there you go, folks. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Take care.